Welcome to City on a Hill Gaming, a tabletop RPG podcast. Hey guys, this is Ryan. I wanted to pop in before this week's episode starts and explain what happens at the beginning. The group has never really discussed alignment for their characters or how deities work in the world we're playing in. The episode picks up with that discussion. It takes about the first 8 or 9 minutes. If you have questions about what we talked about or any comments, email us at cityonahillgaming@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter at cityonahillgame. Now is, I think, a good place for us to take a break from the in-game action and discuss something we haven't really discussed as a group that I may or may not actually leave in when the podcast goes out. I don't know yet. It depends on how the discussion goes.
It's gonna go great.
Yes. And it directly applies to sort of what my intention with this whole thing was, which was maybe not to abruptly drop our faith into the game, but to have it have some, at least, resonance in the game. Mm-hmm. You know, keeping things family friendly, keeping things positive, stuff like that. Not directly evil characters, stuff like that. So my intention for how to address, because Biggs is a cleric. Clerics have a deity from with which they receive their powers. My intention was for the world you guys are playing in, the world I've sort of kind of created as I go, to only have one deity, and that deity to be some form of a representation of just the God we believe in. Mm-hmm. How I express that is something I'm sort of having an issue with, because I don't want to just call him God. That's just that's almost a little too blunt for me. But I also don't want to do something I would consider, or anyone for that matter would consider, I don't want to say heretical, but
right,
disrespectful.
Well, as Biggs is a dwarf, one way you could at least address this with Biggs and his relationship with the deity is he could, and then his icon, could be the rock.
Ooh. I like that.
Are we just going with, oh man, so, I mean, you could go full Greek and say something like Petros.
When I even considered, Yahweh. Or, the Unspoken One, because that's sort of, I guess, the original...
I like that, yes.
I like that,
that's good.
The original Hebrew, Yahweh had no vowels in it.
Right.
So that you couldn't pronounce the word.
So you wouldn't say it by accident.
Right. And so I like how the Unspoken One sounds, but I also don't want to make God feel impersonal. And the Unspoken One feels very unpersonal to me.
Well, there's unspoken, or you get Latin. No, Nemo's kind of dumb, but it means nameless.
I do like the Rock.
Right, and see, we can, if we're having one deity, we can speak of him as the Unspoken One, but then each race can have their personal association.
And that's kind of a thing that already happens. Just in our world, different people approach God differently. So I'm not necessarily opposed to that. And the Rock is very flavorful for dwarves.
Yes.
So I don't have a problem with that. Thank you, Jenna. I like how that sounds.
And I think it works really well with the character that Biggs has built. So.
And justice really does reign from above.
There it is.
I'm okay with that. So are you okay with the Rock, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys are okay with it, it wasn't something we had addressed ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I do want it to be somewhat present in the game. So I felt like it was something we needed to have a talk about at some point.
Okay.
Okay, so at the very least, for the perspective of Biggs as a cleric, we will roll with his deity being the Unspoken One, but how they address the Unspoken One is as the Rock.
I like it.
Okay. I think that works nicely.
You were mentioning you'd put everyone as neutral. I think as a rogue that chaotic neutral works really well, and especially as a cat, because if any of you guys have felines, we'll be trying to do something on the computer. The cat will
chaotic neutral's 100% that.
Right? So
yeah.
I think that works really good with my character. So, Biggs, you want to be you're lawful as a cleric, but so are you going to stick with neutral? Are you going to go to the good side? Or...
No, I don't want to be good.
Okay. You want to stay lawful neutral?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys don't have to make a decision about this now, but it is something I didn't really do in character creation. If you guys want to feel out how you want to play the characters, and if, Jenna, like you said, as a rogue, if you're very comfortable with chaotic neutral, I'm fine with that. I have no objections to that. The only ones I object to would be things like anything with the word evil in it. Even lawful evil is kind of pushing it a little for me. Those are
and to be fair, most D&D campaigns actually just don't run well if there's like one evil character and all the others are good.
Yeah,
that only ends one way, and it's just like a melee fight in the party.
All right, Daniel, what are you leaning towards?
I'm gonna go neutral good.
Okay.
I knew it.
Because I figured as a magi, I want to kind of be like a wise source for, I don't know, like a kind of moral compass.
Okay.
Not like lawful, not like chaotic, but just like good as that direction.
Roughly over there.
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with that. William.
No idea.
Okay. I should probably lay out the specific options as well. And alignment's kind of a loose thing in D&D, frankly, at this point. So it's considered to be, where are the 9? So there's sort of like this 3x3 block, and in the middle is true neutral. And then you have things like chaotic versus lawful, and good versus evil.
And there's neutral in between all of those.
All of those things.
So like lawful good is like Superman, and like chaotic evil is like Joker.
Okay.
And so like the whole width and breadth between kind of gives you an idea.
Yeah, right now I'm going to stay true neutral. Is that...
That's fine. I have no problem with that.
And it can work in characters. You like find yourself and like figure out what you like and then roll with that. Natural character development trumps alignment chart any day.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we will leave William as true neutral. We're going to jump back in to the play as we have made some out of game decisions. I like it. Good stuff.
And now for something completely different.
Yes. So you guys have a tied up Baron rolled up in a carpet, and you're standing in his throne room. What do you want to do now?
I think we should start the trek back to His Royal Highness's place and deliver the goods.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get out of here too quickly before more guards notice us.
Yes.
And we don't have to have a standoff situation.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
The bedroll will help.
Especially since I'm running out of spells.
So I'm assuming you guys are going to come back out the way you came in.
Yeah.
As to avoid
I
the
don't
front
see,
door and such.
I don't see much other option for us.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Go ahead and make me perception checks.
I think I'm pretty perceptive this time.
Very nice, William. That's a natural 20 for a 22. I like it. 19 and a 21.
Wow, we're all doing good.
Jenna, you were supposed to roll a 20. And then we'd have had 19, 20, 21, and 22. You're so close. Okay, so every one of you guys are full heightened senses. You just move out of the throne room, back into the hallway, back out into the sort of the courtyard you guys started in, make your way through the city, sneaking and dodging.
Making sure the Baron hits every pothole and shrubbery.
Right. Go ahead and Jenna, roll me a stealth check.
All right.
If you want to kind of lead them through the streets
I'm
sneakily.
about some stealth.
Taking it to the street.
Okay, and everyone go ahead and make me another round of perception checks.
Dang, I was thinking we should have left a hastily scrawled note pinned to his throne. Just like, I went out to get carrots, signed the Baron, and just like,
Went to lunch. Be back in 15. We'll make more decisions then. Okay, so you guys are kind of sneaking through the corridors, and you guys turn a corner, and standing in front of you are 3 guards. And they look real confused. They... citizens, what are you doing in this area?
I got lost. I was just wandering around and I just got lost. We're heading back out. I'm sorry.
Make me a persuasion check, Jenna.
Natural one.
Oh, that's great. Okay. One of them just kind of looks at you. You are lost, really. What's in the giant carpet you're carrying on your shoulder, sir?
Sticks.
Well,
Sticks.
that's gonna require some editing while I cut all that last bit. All right.
If I want to build a fire later.
God, how much gold do I have on me?
So this is exactly what this.
Oh, great! That was fantastic. Okay.
I was thinking, what would I have in this thing? I don't know. Sticks.
Sticks. That's great. I love that. Okay. If you guys will, roll initiative for me, please.
What if maybe if I could I offer you some gold to convince you to look the other direction?
So 3 of them they're starting to draw their swords, and the one who looks like he's in charge stops. I'm listening.
Yes. How about
As-
give away all my gold? How about 10 gold apiece to forget we were ever here and kindly direct us out? We got terribly lost. There's a big fog cloud that showed up a little while ago, and we just stumbled around in it. But 10 gold apiece, and we'll pay you kindly for directions out of here.
He absolutely doesn't believe at all that you're lost. But
I jingle my coin bag. He doesn't have to believe. He also just has to take the money.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
So go down 2 blocks, take a right, and then a left, and then you'll be at the west gate. And then he holds his hand out.
Yeah.
Excellent. I pay them 10 gold each.
Okay.
So I'm down 30 gold.
Very good. They all nod. He stares at the carpet for another second, and then they make their way away.
I would much prefer we don't have a fight while we're trying to drag the body of the Baron, or at the very least alert the entire city guard to what we're doing.
I'll split the payment to with you because of my sticks comment.
All right, I'll add 15 gold.
Okay, that totally works. Okay, so you guys...
Sticks, really?
I couldn't think of anything else.
You could say animal cleanup.
Well,
Say that next time.
You guys, love you guys. Okay, so you guys make your way out of town uneventfully, and you guys make your way back roughly to the same spot you camped last time, because it is a 2-day journey, so you will have to spend the night somewhere. Yeah, you guys set up camp. It is almost dark. What would you like to do?
I can take first watch with the bedroll. I can go ahead and get my watch out of the way.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Woo!
Very good. That's a 21. Very nice. You hear a whole lot of nothing. It seems very peaceful, actually, this evening. Who would like second watch?
I'll take second.
Okay. Make that perception check, please, sir. Excellent. Same thing. It seems like a very peaceful night. You don't know if anyone in the city has realized he's gone, but you really don't seem to be having any issues. You do have to knock him unconscious again, Biggs, because he does start to stir. I mean, it has been quite a few hours since you tied him up.
Elbow to the head takes care of that.
Yes. He looks almost a little... He doesn't seem as boastful and aggressive as he was earlier.
Bedroll will do that to you.
Yeah. He almost seems to have mellowed a little bit.
All right. And just to make sure, on the full rest, I reset all my spells.
Yes. Yes. You guys get back all of your everything.
Yes.
Okay. And who will take third watch?
I'll do that. Perception, what you need there?
Please.
Alrighty.
Look
A
at
little
that.
bit tired.
Look at that nighttime butterfly. Or I guess moth. Yeah, sure, moth.
It would be a moth.
Yes.
I believe that's a moth, Luna moth.
Luna moth. Yes.
I do have some not history. I was going to say nature. There it is. I have a little nature there.
You are familiar. That is a Luna moth.
That's
Yes.
Man, why didn't we buy a net? We could have caught all of these.
Yes,
Could
absolutely.
have made a nice bug collection. Won first prize at the science fair.
Right. Put it on a little board, and it would have looked real cool. Okay.
Cord board.
Yes. So William, I'm assuming you're taking last watch.
All right.
If you will make me a perception check, please, sir. Oh.
Ooh.
That's a 4. You get distracted by the fire, but you don't really notice anything. The morning comes. Telex is still unconscious. Everything is fine. So you guys wake up, and it is time for you to journey the rest of the way back to the king, to the city of Keon, where he rules from. And as you guys walk up to the gate, the guard recognizes you, looks a little concerned that Biggs is carrying the giant roll over his shoulder, but he lets you in.
Yes, don't worry. It's fine. It's official business.
Yes. Well, very good then. And you guys kind of saunter on into the king's throne room with a bedroll.
Believe it or not, this is not the most embarrassing thing I've had to drag in front of the king. That's a wonderful story. I have to tell you later.
Pay no attention. It's just sticks.
He also doesn't believe you, but that's fine. He's not gonna question it.
If you're going to lie, learn to lie better at least.
Okay, so you guys appear in front of the king, and brave adventurers, welcome. Magi Liesel, you have returned from your visit to Lord Telex, I assume.
Yes, Your Majesty, and I am afraid I bear ill tidings. It is just as we feared. The Baron has been coordinating with the goblins to orchestrate these attacks and destabilize the kingdom. He admitted to us himself that he was seeking to take the throne. We have here a token from the hobgoblin that the Baron was working with, and then in a grand flourish, I untie and flick the bedroll, and the Baron himself.
What? Where? Yeah, guards, and two of the guards run forward and grab the Baron, and he's actually starting to stir a little bit. You think he's probably kind of coming to, and they drag him over to the king and tie him to a post or something. Well, then, wait, so who's in charge in... I will address that later.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yes. Well.
We wrote a note. We said he was going out for lunch and he'll be back later.
It's okay. Very well then. I have seen these tokens before. This is a rather high level. Well, this is most unfortunate. I have known Telek since he was a boy. I would have thought better. Thank you. You have done a great service for me in the kingdom. This is most unfortunate. But I do greatly appreciate your assistance in this matter. I may call on you again in the future. If you wish, as part of your reward, you may take Telex's gear. And the guards kind of do their thing and present you some armor, a weapon, and a bag with several other things in it that we will get to later.
Dibs on the bag of things.
That might have stuff in it. And the king motions forth one of his royal assistants, and the man brings out he kind of disappears, comes back, and comes up to Liesel, and he hands you a bag of coin. Thank you, most kindly, adventurers. That is 500 gold. I greatly appreciate your service to the kingdom. And as the man hands it to you, and then a guard comes running in and up the stairs. Majesty, we're under attack. The merfolk from the east have marched in force on the city. And as he says this, you kind of hear someone banging on the door. And at the bottom of the stairs, 3 creatures you have not seen before appear.
With copyrights.
With copyrights, yes. Because that was the image I could find.
That's fine.
And one of them throws an axe and cuts the guard down.
Oh, dear.
And the king, actually, he looks like, because he has, so obviously he's not wearing armor or anything, but he actually has a sword at his side. It's kind of, there's like a scabbard mounted onto the floor. And he pulls the sword, but his guards stand in front of him and look like they're going to try and move him out of the room. He looks at you, he's like, that call for your service I said I might need in the future, I may need now.
We're on it, Your Majesty. Get yourself to safety.
And so this guard's gone. So, yeah. It's fighting time.
Alrighty.
Everyone make me perception checks, and then maybe some other checks, and then we'll roll initiative.
I got a perception. Butterflies. I got all the butterflies.
All those butterflies.
But I would like to be some stealthy and go hide.
If you want to do that on your turn, you can.
All right.
Absolutely. All right. So we have. Is this perception from everybody?
Yep.
Unfortunately. Is Biggs yours is the first one? The 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone who has it, make me a knowledge history, or I will take nature. Yeah, history or nature. Either one, I will accept.
All right.
I got a +2 on history.
Same bonus either way.
Man.
Now,
There's a
I
19
already know
history.
that the merfolk come from far from the east because I have that dagger of Merbane.
Right.
Oh, how convenient. I have this lovely dagger.
Okay, so Biggs, you know that there are a race of creatures from far to the east from a land called Mayendal. And these creatures are what are commonly referred to in this area, at least, as merfolk. They are creatures that can live both on the land and in the sea, and in the water. They some of their cities are completely underwater. There are 2 kinds, and they kind of live together. Some are green. Those are often warriors. Some are blue, and those are more like Liesel. Before you, you have 3 green merfolk. And they all hold large axes. Not just like a regular hand axe. These are like big axes. Everyone roll me initiative. For the time of fighting is upon you.
Ooh, 19.
Biggs, was that
Alrighty,
your?
go.
Is the 13 yours? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Jenna, you will go first, followed by the 3 merfolk, and then everybody else.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Looks
well-
like it'll be Biggs. Then yeah.
I would
Great.
I would like to use hide to
Okay.
try and get an advantage here.
So you can hide if you want to. I'm assuming you're using your bow.
Mm-hmm.
There's another kind of like a pillar,
Oh,
like decoration. You can kind of hide behind over here. And so you'll just roll your normal 1d6 plus 3, but you will roll to hit 2 different times.
Okay. So 18 beat their armor class.
Yes.
So 1d6 plus 3 twice.
No, you roll the to hit twice, so the 1d20 plus 5 twice.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And just take whichever one is higher.
Okay.
Okay, so the 18 was still higher. And somebody pointed this out to me when we were when I was talking about it with them. Even if you roll really well, we should still roll the second time in case you roll a natural 20 that time.
Oh, gotcha.
I hadn't even thought about that. So we will have you guys, every time you have advantage, we will roll twice and take whichever one's better. So you absolutely hit. It is your regular d6 plus 3. And they will have disadvantage on hitting you.
Fantastic. And that's an 8.
Okay. Very good. It is now their turn. I'm just going to assume you're more like there, Daniel.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I kind of figured that would be your preference. So this one runs straight up the stairs at Griot. And he will swing at you with his large battle axe. That is a 13 and that misses. Griot with
Sounds good to me.
all of the armor. This one will also try and hit you. That's an 8 total. And this third one will step up and he will he puts his battle axe on his back and pulls out a hand axe and throws it at you.
Ooh.
And he also misses
And then
you.
they realize I am untouchable.
Yes. You
What's
don't
wrong,
need the
merfolk? Are you getting cold feet?
Oh jeez. You don't need the dagger of Murbane. You have a fighter of Murbane. All right. Let's see. It is Big's turn.
I can say, come here, folk.
Nice.
Alrighty. Mace to the face.
Okay. Regular mace or spiritual weapon mace?
That is a good point.
Because next turn you can mace twice.
Yeah, let me do spiritual mace.
Okay. So you call down a prayer to the rock, and
Yes.
a glowing mace appears in front of you next to, I'm just going to assume this merfolk here in the front, this gentleman. And go ahead and roll your attack, sir.
Bam.
Very good. That is a 21 that 100% hits.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And your damage is 1d8 plus 3 with this. How much did you bam for, sir?
8.
8. Very good. Very good. He looks absolutely the worse for wear.
He didn't look too great to begin with.
Well, that's fair. He is a fish person. And it is now Liesel's turn.
Because that merfolk is like right up on me.
Okay.
If I try to cast the spell, would he get an attack of opportunity?
He would.
All right. Well, in that case, it looks like I'm just gonna have to stab. So I'll go ahead and get the dagger of Murbane. So it's a +1 dagger as long as it's against merfolk.
Yes.
Is that what it?
So it'll give you a +1 to hit and a +1 to your damage.
Excellent. All right, and I've already got this stuff up. So with all my bonuses, I've never actually attacked before. Because it's a dagger, I already have a +4 to hit because I think it uses dex.
Yes.
So with the +1, I have
It is
a +5.
It is a finesse weapon. Ooh, that is a 19 for a 24.
Wow.
You do...
Yeah. It's 1d4 plus 3 with magic.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I have an app that does this for me.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Yeah.
7. Excellent, sir. I'm just going to assume this one here.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he is gone. Okay, so that was Liesel's turn. Grio. There's a big green sea creature standing in front of you with an axe.
That isn't a very good shot.
No,
We'll just take him out.
go for it. Spear? Or would you
Yeah.
like to axe him back?
I'll use the spear so I can keep the shield.
Okay, very good. 21 absolutely hits.
All right.
Okay,
9
you...
and you add 3 to that.
Yes, the bonus damage, you drop him completely. Grio. Petrichor, it is your turn. There is one merfolk left.
All right. Well, do I have to rehide to get that double there?
It's a bonus action, so you're fine to go ahead and do it again.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do that. Oh, and it's a natural 20. I
Natural
suppose
20.
I don't have to roll that again.
Very good. All right, so roll 2d6 plus your bonus, which I believe is 3. Excellent. Okay. He takes that arrow and is still not sure where it came from. He's not happy about it. He's going to run up the stairs, and as he does, he pulls his great axe back out, and he takes a swing at Grio. Ooh, 25.
You did hit that time.
He found it that time. William, you take 7 damage
All right.
from his great axe. And Biggs, you have your attack and your magical weapons attack, sir.
Did you say we were all healed up after that rest?
Yes, you guys should be back at full. You guys, I'm assuming, spent your hit dice while you were. I'm going to assume while you were resting. So you guys should all be back at full hit points.
Okay, and I took 7 there.
Yes.
Alrighty, so
Okay. That first attack misses.
okay, let's try the second one.
That
Hey,
absolutely hits.
23.
Okay, go ahead and roll. From now on, I should have had you distinguish this. When you roll which attack, because your mace only does the 1d6 plus, I think it's 3 damage. But the magic one does 1d8.
Okay.
Plus 2, I think it is, yeah. So we need to distinguish which one you're rolling in which order. I'm going to go ahead and assume it's the magic weapon for the second one. That's fine.
Okay.
But from now on, I need to remember we need to distinguish those because they do different damages.
Okay. Well, I got a natural 8, so
8 plus 3, that is 11. That is 1 less merfolk. Making that actually 0 merfolk now. And for those
0
interested...
is my favorite number of merfolk.
Yes. For those interested, the merfolk I am using are based off of Wizards of the Coast, which creates D&D. Also makes Magic the Gathering, a trading card game. And they have started releasing D&D, not like expansions, but like bonus
Supplements.
material. What'd you say, Daniel?
Supplements.
Thank you. That's the word I wanted. Yes, supplements for D&D based off of the different Magic the Gathering settings. And the most recent one they released is for their most recent set, and it actually contains 2 different versions of Merfolk in it, which is where I'm getting these from. Look for the Plane Shift series of supplements from Wizards. They are, if you're a Magic player, it actually is very interesting to kind of combine the two different things that they release into one. Highly recommend them. They're actually very well written. So the king and his guards kind of appear out from the back of the room. You
It's
kind of,
okay, Majesty. Their attack floundered.
He looks at you confused and then realizes the joke he made. Yes, well, they are a... I was not expecting this from the Kingdom of Mayendal. This is most unfortunate. I expect there will be a large number of them attacking the city. And you can kind of hear, just kind of all around you, a large number of smaller fights going on. And you think there's probably a large number of battles happening, just kind of in and around the city. The guard looks at him, Majesty, I don't believe it's safe for you in the city anymore. We need to take you somewhere else. That is most unfortunate. I would rather be here with my people, but it is... And if you look out the window, you can see like there are ships of a very unusual architecture, and there are creatures kind of overrunning the city, and you see more of them heading up towards the palace. And the city kind of seems to be in a little bit of chaos. And so if you guys have any... I wouldn't know where to go if I left the city. Liesel, do you have suggestions?
That's a good question. Do I have suggestions?
You guys aren't far from your... I'll call it your home city. The city where we started the game. The city of Orial. And it is to the west of this town. So more than likely the merfolk have not gotten there yet.
Okay.
That is one area you know where he could at least temporarily be safe, is maybe under the protection of the Duchess.
Yeah, then that is my suggestion.
Yes, well, would you and your brave associates be able to escort me there?
Yes, absolutely, Your Majesty. It would be an honor. And hopefully us moving further inland will give time for your armies to rally so we can help fortify the city.
Let us hope. The guard kind of points to an area in the right of the throne room. We will exit that way. And it's a door that kind of heads out of the palace. And you don't know where it goes. You think it probably winds down and maybe through some back alleys or something. And that is where we will stop. We will pick up there next week.
Well, I'm glad the one time I got to use that dagger, it actually worked.
It worked very nicely. Okay, so good stuff. Now is probably not a time to sell stuff, so I think now's probably just a good time to stop completely. We have sort of ended one arc of the story and started another one. Thanks for joining us. For more episodes, check out cityonthehillgaming.com, iTunes, or other awesome podcast outlets. To contact us, email us at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com or find us on Twitter @cityonthehillgame. Thanks, and have a blessed day.